Guys, they hit another tower. Hey, welcome back. I am Big Time Weeb Dad, and season 2 for one of the best anime to come out of the amazing spring 2026 anime season, which Hat Atelier just got its sequel leaked. What? Let me go ahead and start this video by saying that there is no official announcement quite yet. Bugs Film is pretty tepid when it comes to announcing shows. I think the rollout of Zom 100 really affected the way that they announce things. But, and this is a big but, we did get a trusted leaker off of X or Twitter if you're still calling it that because you're old like me.
Shut the fuck up.
And of course, that was the one and only Sugoi Light. They went ahead and announced that season 2 of TV anime Witch Hat Atelier is currently in production at Studio Bug Films, based on original fantasy manga by Kamome Shirahama. Again, to reiterate, this is not an official announcement, so there really isn't a whole lot for me to talk about in this video, but I will say this was definitely inevitable. Season 1 of Witch Hat Atelier, even though it is still currently ongoing, has definitely been a standout in the mind-blowing spring 2026 anime season. And it just makes complete sense that this would continue. Now, the only question is this going to take 7 years? And really, this question is why I wanted to actually make this video, because I wanted to give my 2 cents as well as read some of the comments going around on the interwebs. So let's take a look at everybody's favorite place on the internet, Reddit.
Nice.
So in the official Witch Hat Reddit, there is a season 2 officially in production post, and there are some interesting insights. One of my favorite ones is from CMess250, and it goes, translation, this was supposed to be a single 2-core season, but we dropped the ball so hard, we just split it into 2 seasons. Didn't they announce several months before the release of episode 1 that all of the episodes were completed? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they never stopped working and have been chugging along on season 2 this whole time. I wonder if we'll ever find out the truth. This industry is kind of wild from what I've read about the inner workings of it. And honestly, I really agree with that take. I think it's really insightful of where we are in the industry right now. A lot of studios have a lot of secrecy about what they're doing, and they don't really want to count their chickens before they hatch. Heavy Bluebird 6495 states, the lessons learned from Zom 100 have likely made Bug Films quite cautious about releasing their work. They will probably only release it when every single episode is completely finished. Therefore, they didn't announce a season 2 or core 2 earlier because at the time, they weren't confident they could finish it on schedule if they made the announcement. And if you know anything about Zom 100, yikes. It was an amazing show, but the release schedule of everything going on was kind of tragic. It really hampered the greatness that could have been a really amazing season, but I think it gets overlooked because the rollout was so fumbled. We have another Reddit comment and it says, it took 3.5 years for a less experienced animation studio that's normal for its first season, especially when having high standards. Now that the animation style and the overall aesthetic is locked in, it should be quicker, but I'm assuming it still might take 2 years for the next season. And that is absolutely where my mind is as well with this leak announcement. So if you didn't know, the complete production runtime of season 1 of Witch Hat Atelier took about 7 years, and about 3.5 of that was spent on the animating, but that was 7 years that we knew this was coming and the hype was building. One thing I will give the studio in question is that they learn from their mistakes. They have always been about high quality work, and I believe that maybe, hopefully, they went the Dandadan way and started production on season 2 or core 2 if you want to believe that, around the same time that they were working on season 1. We also saw this with Jujutsu Kaisen season 3. We know that they were working on season 4 and doing basically the finishing touches of the core animation while it was airing. Do I think it's going to take 7 years for season 2 of Witch Hat Atelier to come out? Nah, absolutely not. I think they have a real hit on their hands, and it's something that, although they are an amazing studio and the couple of works that they have produced have really hit the mark where it needs to be, I think they really need this momentum and hype to build into future projects, as well as the fact that they are a business at the end of the day, and they're going to want to capitalize on what a lot of people, including myself, are touting as anime of the year. Anyways, that's kind of all that's out there. Like I said, this is a leak. So until we get a official announcement, take this with a grain of sand. But it is really exciting to think that season 2 of Witch Hat Atelier could be coming out late 2027, 2028 if we're really lucky. Hopefully this is not another Attack on Titan situation where the first season is massive and we have to wait 4+ years for the following. Side note, if you hear any snoring or weird noises in the background, that's my pug. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Big Time Weeb Dad, and I am out.